This is meditation for treating illnesses. It's a way of building immunity for ourselves using meditation, because now in the world there are many illnesses, many diseases. We don't know the causes or the origins of these diseases, but what we can do today is we can use the power of our meditation to build immunity for ourselves. So the reason that our human immune systems have deteriorated is because the Earth's magnetic field has deteriorated. The Earth's magnetic field is maintained by our galaxy, which is the Milky Way galaxy. And this galaxy rotates from the right to the left. And it uses the left hemisphere of our brain. And everybody try this. Try noticing how the energy that flows down, the space element, the consciousness element. In total there's 6 elements: earth, water, wind, fire, space, and consciousness. But for the space element and the consciousness element, there needs to be an axis for it to move around. And it comes down the axis on our left hemisphere, and it goes from left to right. And everybody try this. Don't use your devices yet. Just try this first. Well, let's notice the energy on its own first. Okay, so taking off your devices. If you don't have one, then never mind. But anybody who has a device on, please remove it. Now put your attention on the left hemisphere of your brain, or the left side of your head, at the crown, at the top of your head. And you can feel the space element and the consciousness element coming down the left side of your head. And so put your attention at the crown of your head on the left side. And you will feel that there's energy coming down, but then it stagnates there. As you inhale and you notice the influx, the inflow of energy, it comes in, but it doesn't go anywhere. It goes down to your heart, it goes down to your lungs, but you can't really breathe it in any further. And this is the cause of our lowered immune system, of our vulnerability, susceptibility to illness and disease. In the past, when we put our attention on the left and we breathed in, we would be able to breathe comfortably. But now there is interruption from energy from other galaxies, from the stellar constellation Orion's belt. And with the rotation from left to right, it comes down on the left hemisphere. We're unable to breathe in fully. So what we're doing is we are using these devices. So put your devices on, everyone. You have a quantum coin and a mineral contained in a pipe, shaped like a figure 8. And so right now, when the energy goes from the left to the right, or that is to say, from your left arm to your face to your right arm, going from the left side of your body to the front and then to the right side. So turn your device so that the figure 8 is inwards, faces your body. And so now put your attention on the right side of your head at the top, the crown, the right side of the crown. And you'll notice that as you inhale, the energy can flow in. The energy will flow in, spiraling from left to right, down the right side of your head. It will be able to flow all through your abdomen, to your heart, to your lungs, easily. And so put your attention on the figure 8 on the device and use that as an axis. And you'll feel the movement going from left to right, spiraling left to right. And the energy flows into you, and you feel that your body becomes light or becomes bright, starts to glow around the right side of the axis. Now, this axis, when will you be able to use it? You'll be able to use it after the polar shift, but normally, right now, these days, you have to use your left axis, from the left side of your head. But it doesn't work very well, and people end up having pulmonary diseases because the energy doesn't flow well. But if you wear this device, then the axis shifts from left to right, and you'll be using your right axis from the top of your head down. And this will facilitate an easy flow of information, of energy. And spirals at the head, spirals at the brain on the right side. Spiraling down through the brain, down to the bottom, and when the energy has flown through, down to the bottom of the right side of your head, then it will be circulated through to the rest of the body. The space element and the consciousness element, which are energies, will circulate throughout the body by way of the heart and the lungs, and it will flow throughout to the body. And you'll notice this, you'll feel this. And the left side of your brain will start to wake up, will start to brighten as the oxygen flows through to help heal the deteriorated parts of your body. It will expel the pain, the illness in your body. So close your external eyes and open your internal eyes. And you'll notice the brightness. And the space element and the consciousness element will flow through. There will be this spiraling on the right side of your head, which pulls in, draws in the space element and the consciousness element, and these are the two important forms of energy to draw in on the right side of your head and draw down through to the lungs and the heart. And you might notice that your body starts to rotate as well. You start to feel a circular rocking motion moving along with the spiraling energy on the right side of your head. And this quantum coin that you're wearing on this device, which is worn on the right side of your chest, in front of your chest. And this will improve your immunity and your chronic illnesses. Your chronic illnesses will be healed, and the pain that you feel from it will start to be expelled, because this energy will start to come in and displace it and expel the illness and the pain. The space element and the consciousness element starts to flow in and spirals into whichever parts of your body are afflicted and expels the affliction. You may feel heat, intense heat even. And this heat that you feel when the viruses that are in your body come into contact with this heat, they will die. And the space element and the consciousness element flowing into you will expel things from your body, and if you start to have a saliva or sputum gathering in your mouth, then you should spit it out. And the spiraling will continue on its own, on the right side of your head, drawing in the space element and the consciousness element. Go to your lungs, go to the infections in your lungs, wherever you're unable to breathe clearly. The two elements will flow in and displace the tightness, displace the illness, expelling those things. Expelling those things as saliva and sputum. The viruses that cause disease actually die quite easily. If your body's temperature goes up a little bit, if you have the space element and the consciousness elements in your body, if you have a lot of them, then they will expel all the illness and all the disease in your body. But if you don't have a lot of these elements, then you will be susceptible to disease, and your body's immunity will be low. And this star, Betelgeuse, which is in the north, the energy from this star intrudes into the energy of our solar system every 1,300 years or every 13,000 years. It comes in and intrudes and causes the space element and the consciousness elements of our body to get drawn out away from our bodies, and reduces the amount of immunity that we have. But now we will switch from the left to the right axis of our bodies, and this will reverse that effect, and it will pull the space element and the consciousness elements back into our body. And it will draw back the space element and the consciousness elements that the Betelgeuse star has extracted from us. So we pull it back in, and we'll be able to expel the diseases from our body, improving our immune system. Making us stronger. If we put our attention on the quantum coin on the right side of our chest, you will notice this spiraling that is constantly taking place. Spiraling, circulating like blood. And if you wear it all the time, then it will cause the space element and the consciousness elements to spiral through your body all the time. So you wear it day and night. Take it off only when you shower. When the space element and the consciousness elements flow in, then illnesses will no longer occur. They will be expelled from the body. So keep the spiraling going. So now we're using our mental energies or our psychic energies to facilitate this, to help the spiraling process, the circulating process. But if we don't use our mental energies, and we just wear this device, on the right side of our chest, then the circulation will happen, the spiraling will happen along with the blood. We don't need to put any mental energy into it. All day and night this will continue, even when we're sleeping it will continue. If we put our attention there, then our mental energies will go and will help this, will facilitate this process. But if we don't do that, then the blood will do it on its own. And the space element and the consciousness element will constantly be drawn in and through our bodies. And this is suitable for people who don't know how to meditate. This can help even those people. It will help the rotating or the spiraling from left to right. But if we want this spiraling, this influx of energy to be more pronounced or more strong, then we should put our attention there and put our attention at this coin that we're wearing. And this will make the effect stronger. So let's practice together. And in cases where the pathogens or the viruses are in our body already, in our blood, in our lungs, in our tissues, in our organs, and they're resistant and they don't want to be expelled, they're not prone to this expulsion, then what we do is we can put our minds and kind of imagine that this figure 8, the energy around this figure 8, you can take this energy and you can scrub the afflicted parts of the body that are in pain, and you can scrub it up and down, kind of in a rocking motion up and down. Your head may rock along with this. Wherever you have a fever, wherever you have a pain, wherever there's pain in your body, in your heart, in your lungs, and if it causes an expulsion of saliva or sputum or phlegm, then spit it out, but spit it out carefully. Use a spittoon or a container. Be careful where you spit it, because there may be live virus in there, it may be infectious. And just keep doing this, and do it conscientiously, because the Betelgeuse, the star, is counteracting this effect. It's pulling energy out of our body. And we don't have enough energy, we don't have enough blood that can heal our body, flowing through our body, because our lungs don't work properly. The blood cells, the red blood cells, aren't working properly. And this causes us to have breathing issues. respiratory issues. When we scrub attention and energy through our bodies like this, instead of spiraling, just scrubbing back and forth or up and down through our bodies or through afflicted parts of our bodies, and this will help expel the disease from our body, the pathogens from our body more strongly. So put your attention on the device that you're wearing on the right side of your chest, and then take that energy and scrub it, pierce it, penetrate it through the parts of our body that are afflicted, and this may cause heat, this may cause pain, and the magnetic energy in that area will cause an expulsion of the affliction. So keep scrubbing up and down through that part of your body or through your whole body. And so in the brain there's also stagnation, there's also obstruction. And the system that draws energy in through the left side of the brain, it destroys the sense of taste, it destroys the sense of hearing, makes you unable to hear clearly, it causes degeneration of vision, and causes the sense of taste to become dull, the ears to become dull. And these symptoms come before we even meet the virus. And the magnetic field, the magnetic energy that comes from the star Betelgeuse is causing our senses to deteriorate. Our ears, our eyes, our tongue. And causes these senses to become weak. And the effect affects our heart and our lungs too. And we'll notice that this effect actually starts before we're even infected by diseases. It can cause insomnia. It can cause a lack of appetite, lack of sense of taste, lack of sense of smell. We don't want to eat and can't really smell clearly. And the stagnation of energy can stagnate at the heart, stagnate at the lungs, cause the lungs to not function properly, to become heavy and tight. But when we're able to draw in the energy through the right side of our heads, down the right axis, the energy will spiral in, spiral down through our body, and it will destroy the obstructions, and it will cause our senses to clear up. Our ears will become sharper, our tongue becomes sharper, our eyes become sharper, our heart functions more efficiently, our lungs breathe better. And wherever there are afflictions, wherever there aren't afflictions, then scrub the energy from this figure 8 on our devices through those parts of our body. Anywhere that there's pain, there's throbbing, there's suffering, there's heat, or there's fever, just pull the energy of this figure 8 in, pull it through back and forth. You can scrub it, or you can spiral the energy. And expel all the pain and the affliction, and you'll feel better. if you wear this device, the spiraling will happen continuously and will expel the diseases and things that are harming your health, and your health will be normalized. And you won't be ill. So feel the scrubbing or the spiraling. Do either, do both. Do this, keep doing this. And you're able to do this while you're at work, or while you're sitting in a car, or in a plane, or a bus. You can do it anywhere. All you have to do is wear this device and move your attention to the parts of your body that are afflicted. It'll expel the affliction and your well-being will be restored. Wherever it hurts, spiral the energy into that, scrub the energy through that. Keep doing it until the pain or the throbbing, the dullness, the affliction clears up and goes away, and then you can stop. And keep doing this, keep spiraling the energy. And we'll know that we're safe when, after leaving the meditative state, we feel that the fever or the feeling of illness or affliction is gone, and we feel light and comfortable, like people who are well. And that's when we know. So wear this device, wear it all the time. Wear it even when you're sleeping, take it off only when you're bathing.